Skirious problems.
Right, Mika, what's your Skirious problem, mate?
My Skirious problem is that in Gällivare last year, according to Kiko, Austria should have been taken away nation support because I didn't do the relay. And now there's a relay, and Kiko is not fucking doing it. So I reckon Kiko's nation support should be taken away. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I was like, when I saw you on the start list, I was like, fuck, Kiko's gonna be so happy now. Mika's just fucking racing the relay. But actually, you guys don't have that bad of a team.
I actually think, and I'm not kidding, that we might have like we're not gonna win. That's the thing, that's for sure. Because I think that the Swedes, they actually have a fucking strong team, and they also have like who did they put in as last? Maybe Revam. So they're gonna have like a fucking good finish as well. But then it's gonna be me, followed by Teresa, followed by Benji Mosa, and I think Benji is in really good shape. It's just a shame he hasn't raced so much recently. He's been a bit injured, but I think he might be good. And then we've got Katarina Bruderman doing our last leg. I think that's a bit of the most like unknown factor there, but I think like she's done top 30s in skating, and I think the conditions are gonna suit her as well. I hope her shape's good after Tour de Ski. She's never done the tour before, so it's gonna be a bit like uncertain to see how she reacted on the tour, how her body reacted after. But she says she feels good, so I actually think we have like a shot for for a really good spot. It's tough to say what, but I think we might fight for like a top 6, maybe even for a podium.
Yeah, but like that's what I think. But like it's if every one of you guys is at their top level, then you have a super good shot. But then but then let's be honest, like it's hard to have everyone at their top level with the perfect equipment, with everything has to go right for you guys. And it's a bit like when there's like a team with like the Norwegians, like 4 of them are fucking good. Like even if they're not on their top level, they're probably still gonna be like super good. So
but then if you look at like, for example, Norway 1, they've got Paul in the start. I'm starting, and then they've got Nora Sannes in 2. Like Nora's good, I agree, but I think that Teresa is quite a bit better than Nora, especially now. I think
actually I wasn't like dissing you guys or anything. I was just saying that like in general, like when you have 4 Norwegians, they're super good. But like I think this one relay is actually really open. Like there's every team has like a weak link. I think like the Finnish team is like 3 super good guys, and then there's like this Ritti girl that's like
Vilma Ritti,
but like sometimes she's around like 25th, 30. So it's like she's a bit of a weak link as well. Like if everything goes well for them as well. So
I actually think that the Finnish team is a good comparison for us, because I think that we're going to be pretty much equally until number 3. And then actually I think that the 4th, like I think that Vilma and Katarina are probably on the same level when they have like a top day. So it's going to depend a lot on who's going to have a great day and who's not.
Yeah, but like what's also interesting is, so Stadlober is going second, and she will be the best on her leg, I think, by far, because so she's like, there's like Jasmine Joensuu against her, and like Ribom and a couple of others, and they're like super good skiers at the top level, but they're usually more like between 10 and 20 rather than 10 and 1, which is what Stadlober is at the moment. So it's gonna be I'm looking forward.
It's gonna be tough.
What do we think about the rest of the weekend, mate?
What do we think? I mean, there's Norwegians are back racing. Wait, we forgot an important thing. We didn't do a debrief after France, but that's just because we were fucking faffing a lot. But France was fucking great. So thanks everybody that's listening from France. It was so good there. But where are all the Frenchies at? I didn't see their wax truck. Are they not even racing?
Yeah, I saw them today. So, but I don't think they're racing the relay, surprisingly enough, because same. Like they have actually a pretty good team. Um, if it's like two men and two women, so I'm a bit surprised. But yeah, there were definitely sprinters training out there today. So yeah, we
Yeah,
shall
okay.
see. I'm a bit surprised. I don't know what the reason is. We should see, investigate. But yeah, I think like Les Rousses here, Con and Fallon are 4 weekends where people are gonna, or some teams are skipping it. Um, so the Italians skipped it in Les Rousses.
Yeah.
The Swedish are gonna skip Fallon, stupidly enough.
I think Frida's gonna not race until World Champs.
Yeah, so there's lots of people doing their own stuff. So it'll be interesting. Hard to tell like what the level is gonna be
So shit.
in
I
every
read
race.
today. I read an article about Astrid Schlind,
Yeah,
and about some, I don't know who it was that was criticizing her, but somebody was criticizing her in Norway. It's like, oh, like she's gonna race everything, and so she's just gonna be shit in World Champs, and she shouldn't do it. And I was like,
wait,
fuck you. It's like
yeah,
she's one of the people that actually takes responsibility. That's like, right, there are races, and we're gonna race because the arrangers are depending on us athletes racing, and especially on the top athletes racing. And then instead of like being given like a thumbs up, being given flowers, it's just like she's receiving shit from Norway and people telling her to do differently. It's like, what are all these people even up to?
yeah, yeah. I agree. And like she's not doing the relay today, but like she's just saving herself to do all the races, and I think
But I
it.
think it's fair to not do every race every weekend, but to do like at least one race every weekend. It's I don't know, but I just feel we athletes owe it to the
Yeah, for
sport
sure.
and we owe it to the organizers.
Yeah, definitely. Especially like if you're one of the best, and like Astrid shows up on most of the races she shows up on. She's so good this year that she's almost like guaranteed podium on most of the races, or not guaranteed, but like
Yeah.
within top five. So yeah, I agree. I agree. What do you think about the sprint course is really short, in a way, because it's kind of like
It's a bit weird as
it's
well,
so
isn't it?
weird because it's basically one uphill at the start.
A really fucking steep uphill as
So
well.
you're going to be working for like 1 minute, 1:15, and then it's kind of like 1 minute, 1:15 of downhill and like long corner, slight uphill into the finish. So it's kind of like, I think it's going to be insanely tight because
Yeah.
everything that's hard is at the start, so nobody's going to like blow up. Uh,
Also, yesterday it snowed a bit wet, and then now it got quite cold, so it's super fast conditions as well.
yeah. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a tight race, and I think it's going to be maybe really difficult to go past on the second part of the course. So the heats,
Yeah.
there's gonna be some trouble, I think, in that last kind of corner. But it's always hard to tell when you just look at the track. But that's my guess. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's gonna be cool. Like the thing is, with this altitude, the hills don't need to be that big for it to be fucking hard. And I think
That's true.
that's what it's gonna be on Sunday. They've got this long, this
Also, what I think,
20K.
if you get like the, yeah, but also like if you look at the sprint still, not go to the distance race, I think with that steep hill where you just basically go up skate one, and so you're like super deep in your legs. I think that when lactate hits up there in altitude, I think lots of people are gonna struggle with fucking stiff legs
Yeah.
on the second part of the course.
Yeah, that's the horrible thing with that course is like, okay, you have to go, you have to start fucking hard. But once
Yeah,
you're at the top, you can easily lose it. You can lose it to the finish, but you can't earn time on other people. So it's kind of like, yeah, you can fuck it up, but you cannot win on other people on that
yeah,
section. So it's kind of like, yeah, difficult one to do, but it's gonna be interesting.
yeah. What do you think about the mass start?
Uh, I don't know if you followed, but like they've changed the tracks like I think 3 times now.
Yeah,
Uh, So originally it was supposed to be one big loop and like a bit easier, 12K, and then two loops in the stadium here in Silvaplana. But now it's starting in the lake in Samora. It's do a U-turn straight after the start, and then do a bit more flatter section, and then couple of hills, and they've chopped up one of the hills as well. So I guess that would be disappointing for you. And then easy course up to Silvaplana, and I think it was with all the hills that were supposed to be at the start. It would have been a fucking hard race because it's like these long gradual uphills where there's like a little fucker like Mika Vermeulen that's gonna go hard as hell on all the uphills, and then everyone at the back's gonna get absolutely smashed. But then I think now, since they've taken out at least one big hill, it's probably going to be a massive group coming into Silvaplana after 10K, approximately a bit less, 9K, and then 3 loops of the race course in Silvaplana, which is, I think, in my opinion, the race course in Silvaplana is hard enough. They could make some gaps, but most likely it's going to be a finish with at least 10, 15 guys, maybe 20.
I'll tell you my opinion. Yeah. And my opinion is a bit divided on this one.
Yeah.
First of all, I think, I don't know, races like this with like from A to B race, it's fun to do it in a tour, like in a Tour de Ski. But on a World Cup circuit, I don't know if there's a lot of room for it. Like, I think for people that are not listening to the podcast, but they're trying to follow the sport from like a bit of a further standpoint, there's so many different distances, so many different like techniques, and there's just too many different race formats. And now we do like A to B race in there as well, and I just don't see the benefit of doing it other than it just being more complicated for the organizer, even if it was the organizer here that wanted to do it. But the race is definitely going to be easier this way than it's going to be if we just do it on the track. Like, I promise you, doing 6 laps on the track there is tougher than doing like a 9K up and down, left, right.
For sure. But I feel like I kind of agree. I get that's the first thing I thought about was like, okay, basically we're doing like a bit of flat at the start, and then we're doing like the equivalent of a race course in Samoritz, and then doing some more flat into Silvaplana. And I'm kind of like, what is the point? Like I don't know if it's to make some like nice pictures of the scenery to show how nice it is to ski in ENGADIN, and like, but the TV it depends a bit on how the TV production is done.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But like, if there's a scooter at the front, it might actually be quite good, and like there's probably going to be a helicopter following us and stuff. It might actually be quite okay. So it's I some part of me agrees with you, but another part thinks that like, yeah, it'll be kind of cool to try it, and like, fuck, I think.
Yeah, but we've tried it, Jimmy. This is not the first time that we do this, and we've even tried it in the Tour de Ski this year. And in the Tour de Ski, they just had the worst TV production ever.
Yeah, but you can't compare. So instead of that, come on, like you're talking about the race in Toblach up to Tre Zimme. I think that was an individual race, and I think I agree that's a bit more difficult and a bit shit to do, or like big loop for the production. But like on the mass start, I think is going to be way easier for them. Like, if you look at the ski classics, I mean, it's not so complicated to do production for a mass start. So like doing some stuff like that on the mass start is not the same as doing it on individual race.
Yeah, I agree. But then go to like the non-commercial side, because this is not just purely commercial. How we film it and how you put it in like how you get like TV production. That's good. But then just go to the pure sports side of it. If you look at Les Rousses, and in Les Rousses the track was like up and down all the time. It was quite tough. 20K, and I can tell you, we were not fucking around at the front. We were actually
Yeah.
going for it in Hugo. But like, so what you see is that after one lap, there's like, I don't know, a group comes together and it's like, what, 40
Yeah.
people. Then after 2 laps it's like 35 people. Then after 3 laps it's like 28 people, and so on and so on. And at the end you have like still a group of like 10 people, until at the very 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 top end of the course, 2 or 3 people ski away. um and that's like a mass start where we do a fucking hard climb 6 times in a row. And here we're just gonna ski flat a bit. We're gonna do some turns. There's some half climbs in there.
Yeah,
But you cannot ski like nobody's gonna try to ski away in the first part. I just cannot imagine, because it's gonna be, you're gonna get so fucked on the flat part after. So we're just gonna chill, and then we're gonna chill on the flat part because nobody's gonna want to ski in front.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go semi-fast for half a lap, then realize, right, we're not gonna ski away, and then we're gonna chill, and then Kruger's gonna do a last attack in the last hill. He's gonna try, and then Klabo's gonna win the sprint.
Yeah, but so the thing is, in Les Rousses, it was like these short uphills and then long gradual downhills. So I feel like the uphills were too short to make a big enough gap, and the downhills were gradual enough that it was like you would glide in. So like you saw lots of people being on the limit, looking like they're absolutely fucked, and then they just glided in. So I think the original course they had planned here was hard enough, I reckon, when it got homologated. It was hard enough that if some people attacked, like went really hard on the first part of the hills, it would have been like a group of like 30, 40 people by the time we got to Silvaplana. Maybe now it's a bit easier. It's probably going to be a smaller group. But like the track in Silvaplana, it's more these like long uphills. So
yeah, but they're too flat. I think they're too flat. There's no skate 1 involved at all. We're just gonna do skate 2 all the way. We'll have like 70 meters on the whole track where we'll do skate 1. And so I just don't see these gaps forming. We've got long downhills here as well. It's gonna be the speed's gonna be quite high because the conditions are also quite fast. Oh, also it said it's gonna snow, so there is a chance that it's gonna be slow.
Yeah, but so that will make it a bigger group on the flat sections, but maybe on the race course it might split. But also, I think if this course
but come on, Jimmy,
if this course was at low altitude, it would be a super easy course, and I would agree it would be a group of like 50 people on the finish. But at this altitude, like we're over 1800 here, fuck, it's gonna be hard. Like I was doing intervals, level 3 the other day, and I was going so slow, and I felt like I did not feel like it was easy, and all the hills felt super long. So,
but I've just checked the weather report now, and it said it's gonna be shit. But my fear is that the worst is gonna be the race is gonna be even worse when the weather shifts, because it's just, if there's lots of snow coming down, you get so much
advantage.
You get such a big advantage of skiing behind people and skiing in a group, because then you'll have like fast tracks that are being skied in all the time.
True
and when you ski in front, it's going to be super slow.
That's true for classic.
Nah, it's also for skating.
Skating, it might just make it harder.
I have a hard time believing that we're gonna have a split up field in the finish here. I think it's gonna be a race where maybe some people are gonna try to go fast at some point, and then we're gonna be 50 people, or at least 30 people sprinting to the finish, and then all the experts are gonna say, "Oh, nobody tried to go fast," and then we're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, whatever."
If we had the Russians, then it would be much harder, probably.
Yeah. Russians, they'd actually be good in this race, because like when it's like bad weather and it's an easy track, they're like, "Oh, you know what? Let's just burn all our energy as quick as we can."
Yeah. Right, I think we've discussed quite a bit. It'll be very interesting to do a debrief. We'll try to do it on Sunday and let you guys know what's happened. I think it's interesting races ahead of us. And mate, you're racing in like 2 hours 15, so it's gonna be. I can't wait to watch this race. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think the relay is going to be great. I actually think that the relay is going to be the most exciting race of the weekend.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yep. Right. Good luck, mate.
Thanks, Snakes.
Ciao, ciao.